Hello, today is Saturday. It's time for my Weight Watchers meeting highlights. And the book this week is this food worth it? And it was a very good meeting. I was really happy I went. I like her. Her name is Kim. I really like her a lot. So I'll start off by telling you that eating all these vegetables this past week has really paid off. I lost 4.5 pounds. I'm just so happy. I still have to lose 1.2 to get back to my lowest since I've started. But I weighed today 268.3 and I have a total weight loss of 35.9. I'm really happy about that. I was down to 267.1, so I still have 1.2 pounds to lose to get back to where I was. But I'm going to do it. And on top of that, I got another sticker for my spring book, and so I have 3 stickers now. I'm like a little child with my stickers and my charms. But this week it says choose a recipe from your Eat Better guide that you haven't tried before. And I will do that, and I will share it with you as I'm preparing it, and I will tell you how I liked it. Also, I got some more charms. I'm so happy because they figured out that I was entitled to some charms. So I did get, I already had the original Weight Watchers and the 5 pounds or 5%, but I have lost 25 pounds and I have lost 10% of my weight. So I'm very happy about that. So anyway, oh, I forgot to get this out of the drawer. Excuse me for one moment. So anyway, what is this food worth? And this week's meeting was mostly about concentrating on eating, on when you're eating and what you're eating and how you're eating. So you have to make the decision to bite or not to bite. And you have to go through this thought process of, do I really, really want it? Is it because I'm externally hungry? Or is it because I'm internally hungry? And the difference is externally hungry, obviously, is like you need to build up some more nutrients in your body because your stomach is growling, your body feels like you need to eat food. Internally eating is like, I really don't need this, but I really want to eat it, which everybody has those days. Me more than other people, I bet, but you know what? I have those days. So what you want to do is you want to say, do I have the smart points available for this particular snack? And then you want to check your budget for the day. And a budget is just like your checkbook. Like if you're writing a check against money that you have in your checking account, once you've used all that money, you're out of money. You can't just say, well, I'm going to write another check. What's going to happen is it's going to bounce. And what's going to happen if you overeat on your eating, on your smart points that you're allowed for the day and your weeklies, is that you're going to pay the price. You're going to gain weight. And so you have to think of that. And that applies to making both choices of what you want to eat and when you want to eat it and why you want to eat it. So if you think about the food before you eat it, before you take your first bite, it puts a focus on what you're doing. I have found lately what I'm trying to do if I really want something is I taste every bite. And I'm not a very big raw vegetable eater, which I did this week, and I think that attributed to my weight loss. I did use some dip. I used the spinach artichoke dip, which was a couple points. I'm not gonna lie, but it kind of balanced out for the vegetables that I wouldn't have ate. So I thought of it that way. So that was the realistic goal for me. So you don't want to just eat on autopilot either. I find that if you just like you're allowed grapes, like she said, you're allowed grapes. That's a fruit, but a serving is like 12 grapes, or probably a half a cup of grapes, or maybe a cup, but it's 12 grapes. So if you take the whole bunch of grapes and you just sit there and you're eating and eating and eating, you're eating more than a serving. She said not to consider them free, but to consider them as 0 points. So the better way, which I'm guilty of, I used to eat way too much fruit. And because I justified it because it was free, and it's not free, it's just 0 points. So what you want to do is you want to balance it in between. If you're going to have fruit at each meal, don't have it all at one meal like I was doing, and balance it out through the day. If you want a snack of some fruit, have some snack as fruit as a snack. Try not to eat it all at one time, especially like I like sugary fruits like berries and cantaloupe and oranges and things like that, which they're they're going to break down into sugars in your body. So you have to, you have to take that into consideration. So they give you 3 questions to ask. It's over here. What to do to find out if you're really hungry. And you want to answer yes. So you want to answer, am I internally hungry? Which means I haven't eaten in a few hours and my stomach is growling. If you answered no to that, maybe you're hungry for lunch, but the food truck sandwich won't cut it taste-wise. Can you grab a salad or an order from another spot? You want to think, well, I don't know that I'm really that hungry. It's just I'm bored. I'm stressed. I'm mad. I'm angry at somebody. I'm jealous. There's so many reasons why people eat. The second question you want to ask yourself is the smart points value for this food might. Wait a minute. Let me start again. The smart point value for this food fits right into my daily budget or weekly requirements. If you answered no to that, you'd have to say, do I want to choose something that's a little bit bad today, but make up for it tomorrow? That's not to say you should do that every day of the week, but if you're going to go to a party or something and like I'm going to eat out twice this week. I'm going on Wednesday with my sibling dinners with my brothers and sisters. We were supposed to go last week, but Mary wasn't feeling well. And then I go to my couples dinner on Thursday. So I know I'm going to be eating out twice this week. So I am going to definitely make adjustments on my plan. I know that Wednesday and Thursday are going to be heavy days for me. So Monday, Tuesday, and Friday are going to have to be a little bit lighter. That's not to say I'm going to starve myself, but I'm going to take into consideration that I'm eating out. I'm going to try to make wise choices, but I haven't reached the point where I'm going to make a wise choice when I go to a restaurant. I'm hoping to get there one day, but I'll be honest, I'm not there yet. I'd like to go, when I go to a restaurant, order something that I can't make at home as well as when I order it out. I make a hamburger at home, but I'm telling you, a hamburger out tastes better. And the reason it tastes better is because all the grease on the grill. I make French fries at home, but the French fries are better out. It's just your choices on how you choose to eat. I make a pretty good salad, I will admit. I like my home salads better than a takeout salad, which is odd. Most people like takeout salads better than home salads, but I love my homemade salads. And so I am not going to order a salad out because it doesn't taste as well. I'm going to order a hamburger out because it tastes better. Does that make sense? I hope it does. It does to me. And the third question you want to ask is, I'm choosing this food mindfully, aware of how this choice fits into my daily points, and I savor it as I eat it. And if you answered no to that, you want to use some digital tools to help you calculate your smart points on the go. Try to figure out why you're grabbing this extra food that you don't really need or what's really not into your plan. So it's just a matter of thinking. I mean, it's obvious. It doesn't need a brick wall to fall on you to know that. But anyway, they have some think again comments too. And one think again is, I don't have time to make dinner. I might as well forget it. Try and eat out and plan something tomorrow. The helpful thing is, I don't have time to make dinner, but I'll order something or I'll pick up something that I know is healthy. You can always find something healthy if you have to get something else. You got to think. I guess that's the whole thought this week, is just to think about your choices. An unhelpful thought is, I'm really hungry, so I'll just grab my wife's leftovers in the takeout in the refrigerator. And then a helpful thing is, I'm really hungry, but you know what? I think I'm going to just eat an apple, and I'm going to figure out how many points exactly is in that leftovers, because I can't afford to be going crazy. Wasn't a big fan of the bubbles this week. To me, they weren't the least bit helpful. So I'm not even going to share them with you because I didn't find them helpful, so you're just going to have to take my judgment on it. Do as I say, not as I do, as my mother always used to say. And the recipe is for a beef and vegetable stir fry. I don't have a wok. I probably should get a wok. But I'll be honest, if I'm going to get a steak, I'm not going to cut it up in strips and eat it like that. I'm going to cook a steak. That's the way I want to eat it. So anyway, one of the questions was, what determines worth? And she kind of put it in the basis of like vacation. You have to decide what it's worth. Like I'm allowed, well, because I've lost weight this week, I only get 37 points now. But I'm allowed 37 points and 42 weeklies. So she asked how many people know somebody that they work with that never takes a day off, never takes vacation time, doesn't call in sick, And what do you think about those people? Well, I always thought they were silly. My sister-in-law, Bertie, who I love dearly, always bragged about the fact that she never took a sick day unless she was absolutely sick. I always considered a sick day a bonus vacation day. Not to say that I took them a lot, but you know, if I got 5 sick days in a year, I took 5 sick days for that year. I consider them mental health days. I just took them. Bertie and I always argued on this point because she always thought that that was not right. You shouldn't, you know, they're just there in case you're sick. So when she, her job, she lost her job because they downsized and they moved out of the country actually. But when she left, I think she said she had 85 sick days in her bank. To me, that's 85 vacation days she blew that she could have took. But she still doesn't agree with me. And that they don't, most places don't pay you for your sick days at the end of the year, so there's no point in it. So you need to consider your weekly points as your vacation points. So don't leave them laying there on the table. So my plan for this week is to stay within my 37 points, but to figure in my 42 points for Wednesday and Thursday when I eat out. So that way I'll have another loss next week because I want to at least lose 1.2 to get back where I started from my greatest loss. So anyway, then she gave you some other questions. I know it's kind of hard to see, but my printer ran out of color ink, so I had to print it in black and white. Off subject, but I think it's cheaper to buy a new printer than to buy the new replacement ink cartridges. I'm getting fed up with that. But anyway, enough of that. You want to make smart splurges. You want to do portion control. If you're going to splurge, make sure it's the right portion. Look it up. If you want an ice cream cone, have an ice cream cone, but look it up and make sure you have the right portion size. Just because you want to go crazy, don't, you know, like if a portion size is a half a cup of ice cream, don't have like 2 cups. Have the half a cup and be satisfied with it. Try to put something on it that sweetens it up. You know, maybe a little honey or some low-calorie Cool Whip or something like that. A banana, you know, something, some strawberries, something to jazz it up a little bit. Be present in the moment. And I think what she means by that is to know what you're eating, when you're eating it, why you're eating it, where you're eating it too. I'm guilty of just sitting in front of the TV eating. But in my defense, I portion out my portions before I go sit down in front of the TV. I don't bring a bag of whatever with me to the TV. I plan out exactly what I'm going to eat, put it on a dish, and then I go and eat it. I try to make myself aware of it, but sometimes I'm more involved in the TV show. Be selective. If you're really wanting a snack or something, rather than you want something salty, rather than grab the chips, grab some nuts. It'll kind of savor your salt. Splurge as a treat. If you really want a treat, splurge. That's what the points are there for. I bought some Jim bought me some Girl Scout cookies, and I plan on having them. I'm not going to eat them all crazy. I'm just going to eat like 2 cookies is 4 points. I'll be happy. I freeze them. I eat them as 2. I'll just savor every bite. Barter with yourself, like I'm going to do this week. I'm going out on Wednesday and Thursday for dinner, so I'm going to use my weeklies. I'm going to trade off a couple extra points during the week so that I can save some points up. And that's my plan. And snap back ASAP. If you do have a fall, if you do make a mistake, don't say you're ruined for the whole day. Don't say you're ruined for the whole week, the whole month, the whole year. It's one mistake. Just, you know, brush yourself off and start over again. So I hope I wasn't too long-winded, and I hope this helps. Like this video and subscribe if you're new. I do a weekly Weight Watchers meeting highlights. I do a weekly Monday update that I used to do before I joined Weight Watchers, and I do a daily vlog except for on Sundays. Denise is following Simply Filling, which she usually does a video on Sundays. And share this video if you think it'll help somebody. I always love your comments. I always love your suggestions. So please let me know what you're thinking. So I will see you guys next Saturday.